And we're live. Hello, hello, hello. Tuesday night unboxing. We're here at Pulp Fiction Long Beach, and here is our wonderful host, Mr. Ryan Skinner.
If I'm the host, or you're like the
producers,
more like the okay.
All right, I'll take it, Ed McMahon.
Well, that's what I don't know the names of the people, like the sidekicks on like Johnny Carson, and where you go like this, right? Yeah. Am I right? Am I right?
Okay, who was the? I always forget his name. Craig Ferguson.
Yeah.
Didn't he have like a weird?
He had a robot.
He had a robot.
Yeah.
I'll be the robot.
Okay.
Perfect. How are you today, Ryan?
I'm good. I'm
Happy
spry.
Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the live Tuesday live unboxing show. It's a very light week. So this is good. The unboxing is going to go quite slowly, but
we got the wonderful Megan here with us with a cookie in her mouth.
Hello, everyone.
So that means we are live today on Instagram on this phone. We're live to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Actually, before we get into any business, let's check our audio here. Let's check our audio, Mr. Ryan, because you never know.
I always know.
You like the shadow?
Yes.
My mom used to say that to me, and she's like, "The shadow knows."
Hey, welcome to the live Tuesday live unboxing show.
You sound good. You sound good. You sound like Ryan.
Froggy voice.
When you greeted us at the door today, Ryan, you sounded like Squidward, by the way.
That's fine. That's accurate. Yeah. Squidward.
Hold on, Derek and Megan. I'm at the back door.
I've gotten Kermit before. Yeah, that's okay. I accept it.
Louise says, "Hi guys." Lauren's on the stream. She says, "The side piece."
Side piece.
Ryan's side piece. I never knew. That's what I'd.
And prison bunkmates.
Exactly. Any store business? Anything you want to talk about before we get into pop culture?
Yeah, let's really quickly get into this. Paul Scherrer is going to be here tomorrow, promoting the new issue of Chromosomas. He'll also have all of his other stuff, including the first two issues of Chromosomas. We've got Potato Mummy. He has a big, gnarly, here's everything I've ever done package deal. It's pretty cool. And he'll be here signing and sketching, I think, pretty much all day. Actually, he's coming at 12:30. I take that back. 12:30. So yeah, come get a sketch from Paul. He's happy to draw. He loves drawing, and happy to chat. And
all the production stuff. All of it. Beautiful. Is that your phone vibrating? You never turn your
it's
phone.
mine. It's mine. I don't know how to turn the actual. What if I just? All right, I'll just put it on my lap.
Come on, Grandma.
Sorry. What else? Okay, that Paul tomorrow. These are not new. We've had them here since last week, but I want to remind everybody that we have comic books for the Last Bastion Studios, who do awesome vinyl toys, like this one, Ragnar. And they just started taking pledges. They're doing a fun, not a Kickstarter, a fundraiser. I don't remember what the hell it's called.
Well, there's Indiegogo.
It's not that one.
There's GoFundMe.
It's not that one either.
The technical term, Ryan, is called crowdfunding.
It's a crowdfunding project, but I would like to actually, let's see here. Enter the ring. Crowdfunder with no E. Crowdfunder.com. No. Okay. Well, they're on a scrappy new platform, crowdfunder.com. If you follow them on Instagram, they have links all over the place for, will this show up on camera? Probably will, right? For their Luchador toy, vinyl toy that they have coming out in the fall. And we're going to be the pickup point for everybody that pre-orders these bad boys. And there's a lot of different options. There's one that's just like the traditional color way for it. And then there's blank ones in case you want to paint it yourself or get it painted. And then it was really cool. They had 3 separate artists each have a custom colorway by those artists, but like a one-off. And I'm happy to say that I was just right by my phone at the right time, and they announced it, and I got a notification. They tagged me, and I ran in there, and I got the custom colorway from the gentleman who does the Ragnar toys. So I'll have my very own Luchador vinyl toy, who's big, and it'll be a custom colorway from that gentleman. So that'll be really cool. There are big T's though, because on their advertisement for it, they're showing all these different colorways for it, and one of them is a Colossus colorway, and it looks dope. So I hope that somebody buys one of those blanks and gets it painted like Colossus, because it actually fits perfectly with the wrestling theme.
That's awesome.
So that's it for local folks. Come in and check those things out. We'll have that here tomorrow. And other store news.
Godzilla Day.
Godzilla Day is coming in August. We don't have a specific date yet, but I think we might be getting close where I can start organizing that. But Annie's been getting ready. She just bought a bunch of really cool enamel pins, Godzilla pins. I might have some Godzilla lunch boxes coming that look pretty cool, and I'm gonna have to decide if I want to sell them or keep them. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. And I have tons of graphic novels too. I've been ordering stuff and sandbagging them, so I have them, including Half Century War hardcovers, which were out of print, really hard to find for a long time. But I think I ordered whatever they had left at Penguin. So that's really cool. I'm keeping those back until Godzilla Day, and we'll sell them for our normal 30% discount. And if you don't know what that is, it's the best Godzilla comic ever made. It's so good. Oh, here's more stuff. So the reason we're doing Godzilla Day is because we're promoting our wonderful customer, Rosie Knight, who wrote this Godzilla versus Batra one shot that's coming out from IDW in August. We're going to have the cover artists, both for the main cover and the alternate B cover, and the interior artist here also. Here's something that's really cool. There's a 1-in-10 ratio variant for that particular book. Actually, the final order cutoff for it is coming up this weekend. We usually only get like 8. Right now we have a lot. I think we have like 20 pre-orders, just for the simple fact that people are excited and want to get ready for the day. 1-in-10 ratio variant by Trad Moore. Very cool. Super hip artist. We actually have a cover in here by him today. That's a good get from them. That's really cool. We know the editor also is a customer of ours on that book, and they were very excited about it. That was all me. They just called up Trad Moore and was like, "Do you want to draw a Godzilla thing?" And he's like, "Yeah." So it's pretty cool.
Toot, toot.
What was that?
I said someone's tooting his horn.
Yeah. The horn was being tooted. So I think that's it. We have a lot of extra stuff in the sets bins if you haven't been in a while. Also a ton of extra boxes for recently marked down. It's a lot of newer stuff that I've marked down half price.
I thought you said the sex bins, Ryan.
Sex bins?
I was like, this is a PG-13.
The sex bins are in the back room. When I was always asking
about. Stoke Louise's fantasies. Did you ever finish Doom Patrol?
No, but I want to keep watching it.
Sex ghosts.
That makes me watch it even more. They better not cancel it by the time I get around to watching it. Just what happened with me with Raised by Wolves. Yeah, I guess that's it. You got your pop culture-y
we got
things
a
and
couple
such.
Right here. Louise says, "Will Godzilla be a guest at the store for Godzilla Day? I've heard he does some good sketch covers."
Yes, but he's got to wait outside.
Very fiery. Matt Schaefer says there's a Godzilla museum in Tokyo.
I know. I've heard.
We have Eduardo saying, Marua saying hardcovers, you say.
Yeah.
And then for that fundraising service, Ruben was guessing they're on Napster instead of crowdfunder.
The link said crowdfunder, so I don't know.
Louis earlier said potato mummy. Is that a mummy wrapped in bandages made of tinfoil and bacon bits?
Not quite. You're almost there. He is a mummy that's wrapped in bandages who takes potatoes out of his underwear and throws them at people, and he drinks a lot.
Of course he drinks a lot.
Potato mummy.
Does it come with chives and sour cream too?
Yes.
Yeah. Matt Schaefer wants to know if we can have a Godzilla drinking contest. Should we have like Godzilla themed drinks?
Eddie, I don't know if Eddie's watching or not, but Eddie has ruined drinking contests for me for a little while. For those that know.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm always down to drink. I'll drink with Godzilla. I'll outdrink Godzilla.
Do you want to talk about some pop culture stuff now?
Yeah, let's do it
a little bit later.
No, we can do it right now. We got some time.
Okay, well, let me ask you right off the bat. Are you you're not caught up with Kenobi, Miss Marvel, or The Boys, right? What's the last?
I think I'm
Kenobi
one up. Oh, well, I've seen, I don't know how many now, but I've seen, I'll just say Amber. And people will either know what I mean or don't know what I mean.
One behind, about to be 2 behind.
Okay, because they would come out on Wednesday.
Last one's dropping tonight.
Got it.
Which all the knuckleheads will watch and spoil things.
You just have to stay off the internet, Derek.
Yeah.
It's easy.
All right, my job's on the internet, man. So you're not completely loving the show.
It's okay.
Megan and I like parts of the show, but we're not completely loving it.
It's better just to say nice things about other things. My favorite Star Wars show is still The Mandalorian.
There you go. You coming this way? How do we? I miss Alpha Rookie a lot. Richard James says on YouTube. Wow, look at that.
We might be coming back.
Requests.
We're working on it actually. So sometime soon, maybe early next year. We'll see.
What would you cover?
We have a kind of a fun surprise for our first video back. I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay, all right. We're getting a bated breath. Eduardo says, loving Miss Marvel. Cutting back to us, Annie, back, by the way. Yeah, so Megan and I kind of feel like they've shoehorned a bit of this Inquisitor Reva stuff in, and we can't really explain that much, Ryan, because you haven't seen the episode that would explain a lot. But it just to us, it feels like maybe if you would have focused on Kenobi and Vader, this show would have had a better through line than this other stuff. And plus, they're trying to connect it to like Rebels and things. It's just like it would have been nice if it was its own thing. The Boys is crazy.
Yes, that's the word for it. Yes.
This Friday is their Hero-gasm episode. Remember that comic, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean, I know of it. I never got that far in the series, but yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
I still don't know how they're going to top that the shrinking guy scene.
Yeah, the Ant-Man they homage the meme.
Yeah.
Eduardo says love when Vader shows up though. Yeah, we love parts of Vader. Other parts were like,
Is it actually James Earl Jones? Is he?
No, it is, but it's artificial it's a deep fake of his voice.
Oh, no kidding.
Just like Val Kilmer, that was him, but that wasn't him. That
was okay.
Amalgamation of his voice. Eduardo also says Obi-Wan leaves me wanting a different direction. We feel the same way. Regarding Miss Marvel, two episodes in, it's fun.
I haven't seen the second one yet.
This isn't a big spoiler, Ryan, but like the second one, they go more into like the mosque culture.
Okay.
And there's like a big kind of like fair event of the mosque, and like it shows the different cliques. And the aunties are called the Illuminantes.
The Illuminatis is pretty funny.
And then there's like the Mosque Bros.
Yeah.
And there's like the Instagrammers.
Yeah, that's great.
It's just so fun. How they go
that show knows what it is.
Yeah. So we're enjoying Miss Marvel, but The Boys is probably our favorite of the three. What would you say, Megan? Do you agree?
Yeah, out of those three, yeah, definitely The Boys.
But then we're also really loving a thing that all y'all are sleeping on is Star Trek: Strange New Worlds.
Oh, so good.
That is like the best show out there. They're spending like $8 million per episode. It's awesome.
People still haven't like crossed over into these other streaming platforms just yet.
Yeah, everyone's gonna get on
should,
Paramount
because Paramount's awesome. Paramount's got some really good stuff on there.
Eduardo, what about Top Gun? Yes, Top Gun's like the second.
Yeah, we did a whole
best movie of the year.
call sign thing last week.
I never put my comment on there.
Sven says I had to jump over to YouTube because there's no love for IG. Are you on?
It still says it's live.
It's live. Maybe read the comments, Ryan.
Let's see.
I have it up.
You mean not responding or?
Yeah. Sorry, Sven.
Well, I was looking, and then you were
you,
complaining about my.
Sven says
buzzing
Swado.
phone.
Well, if you can you look without making noise, Ryan?
I'll try.
CJ Sanders, check out The Old Man on FX. Yes, we really want to watch that.
Is that the one with the dude?
The dude abides.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Louise says, I think Obi-Wan is okay so far. I'm just happy that we got to see more of Ewan McGregor's beautiful face. Yes. Love Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, I would agree. I'll watch anything with Ewan McGregor in it.
Yeah.
Even though like he's such a great Obi-Wan, but the movies that he was Obi-Wan in, including the show, haven't been very good.
Yeah.
Even though he's like a stellar actor.
Yeah. He's incredible. Chromosoma signing tomorrow. That's on my notes. We said that already. Ryan, pop culture comic book news. The original cover art for Batman: The Dark Knight Returns, did you hear about this? Number one, is now the most expensive mainstream American comic book cover art publicly. It's sold for how many millions? Did you hear this?
No.
Eduardo says, was that Annie? No, it's It's a creature behind us somewhere.
It's a little pulpy.
Little pulpy. I love it. I want to say it's like 2.4 million just for the cover art. Let me double check my math here.
Wild.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you hear them talking about Craven the Hunter?
Oh, that's.
He's like, I'm an.
I don't want to turn into like the movie bitchy podcast show, but like even on that one, I gotta be. Well, first of all, I'm like, no, they don't all have to be movies. But I'm like, okay,
yeah,
just see what you got to do with it. I don't know how you guys are gonna square the circle of him being a hunter in today's day and age.
He's an animal lover. They say.
Oh, he protects the animals.
Yeah,
I see.
With his bullets.
That's
for
dumb.
Eternal sleep.
I'm sorry, it's dumb.
Yeah, Ruben, I looked up. It says 2.4 million for the cover art.
Yeah,
that's wild. Right?
No, that's. I mean, cool. I mean, we had most of the sales things that make sales news are actual comics, right? But we had the interior page from Secret Wars 8 with the first symbiote Spider-Man. I don't remember. It was a lot of money, and I still think that it was like an investment firm or something. But I think it's cool to see. I'm glad that people are reporting big sales on original art because that's what I've been trying to get my customers to clue in on a little bit more. Because it's not even like a comic book; it's a 1 of 1.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 1 of 1.
Yeah,
that's it. You're the only one that has it, and it's a pretty cool feeling.
I love that. That's awesome.
This is just like an NFT.
Yeah. No one cares about this, but Megan and I care. Season finale of Superman and Lois is tonight. We're gonna get Chipotle and Chick-fil-A. Probably watch that. The female Steel is in the show, Ryan. The female Steel.
That's cool.
So
I think in the comics that's true, right? His daughter, right?
It's his niece in the comics.
Oh, okay, niece in the comics.
Daughter in the show.
Got it.
But the gal who plays his daughter is really sweet, really cute. They did the CW thing for a while where for like 5 or 6 episodes straight, she's like angry at it. And so finally she's a hero now. She's like, I don't, sometimes they just write teenagers just as little turds. And so to
be fair, Derek, teenagers are little turds a lot of the time.
Yeah, but you don't want to
watch that
on the screen. You already know they're turds.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Do you
it's a likable turd.
Yeah.
You guys watch Hacks? You guys watch Hacks?
Oh, I did.
Oh wait, Barry. That's what I meant. Barry.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to do the thing. The show's just a little too. But the show needs to be a little bit more.
No, we really don't go here.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Sorry.
we explained that to friends. Like we did a whole thing where they're like, they did a whole Hollywood meeting of noises.
It's like the best scene.
Lightyear underperformed at the box office. Jurassic World stayed #1. Ryan, you saw it. Any 2-second thoughts on the movie?
It's a fun cartoon. It sells lots of toys. It's like baby's first sci-fi movie. Sure.
There you go. Jon Snow is getting a Game of Thrones sequel series.
What?
Development at HBO. Thoughts, Ryan?
Game of Thrones. Watching Game of Thrones week to week, year to year was very exciting and a lot of fun. And it's a shame that it didn't end very well. So now it doesn't have to end.
No.
We'll just course correct as we go. Yeah, it's a really interesting universe. And I never read the books or anything like that. And I don't even really like fantasy's more your thing. I know you're way into like sword fights and armor and dragons and all that kind of stuff. It's not my like main thing. So it really speaks to how entertaining that show was, that I was super invested in it.
The best world building almost.
Yeah, it was great. So if I just hope people show up for it, right? That's the thing, is that I've been hurt before, people. We'll see. I hope.
But I'm wondering why it's called a Jon Snow show. Are they just not going to show Arya and Bran, or?
I don't know. I think it'd be more interesting if they just had Arya start, follow her, because she sails off to the unknown west.
Yeah, she's going to America.
Oh.
I think it says a lot because my oldest sister, she likes TV shows, but she's not into fantasy or comic books or any, like, that is not her thing at all. She loves Mad Men. That's her thing.
It's a really good show.
It is a good show, but like that will tell you kind of where her mindset is.
Yeah.
She loves Game of Thrones.
Yeah. And
she loved season 8 too, because she binged the entire thing through season 8. So I think it's different for her. She's like, I don't see why everyone had a big deal about it. I loved it.
I didn't hate it like everyone else did. We just we took it in stride, but I do understand why people were angry.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
Sven said earlier, anything like the film Monstered. is there a movie called Monstered, like turd?
Monstered.
Regarding your Lightyear movie. I don't know. We need to look that movie up.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
deep cut.
not sure.
Eduardo says, Ryan's thoughts. Not everything needs a show. It's like your customers know you. It's so weird. It's like they really know you, Ryan. I'm excited about it. I'm also very excited about the Lord of the Rings show. They dropped the orcs today. Did you see the photos of the orcs? They look sick.
Is this the thing where they're doing the Solarian or whatever?
No, it's not the Silmarillion. It's something else.
Okay, but it's not. They're not just doing Lord of the Rings.
No.
Okay.
New stuff.
Okay.
Disney Plus and Marvel are just greenlighting everything. They just greenlit Wonder Man as a TV show.
Not everything needs a show.
Like
I know next to nothing about Wonder Man. I don't know.
Do you have any Wonder Man books, Red?
No, I don't. West Coast Avengers. Clearly, they're want to do something. West Coast Avengers. I mean, they're. I mean, I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Well,
he's related tangentially to Scarlet Witch. Like,
there you go.
So, and I don't remember how or why.
Shout out to Stephen Howard's favorite show, Umbrella Academy season 3. Drops tonight at midnight on Netflix.
I keep forgetting that was the whole point to have these props here. All right, there's Umbrella Academy Volume 1. I wasn't paying attention. People must have been buying it. I got plenty of 2s and 3s. Miss Marvel, I have a few copies of the first volume of the very, very first back in 2014.
She's an Inhuman in that, kids.
She's an Inhuman. And then Volume 1 of the current series by Saladin Ahmed. And I think you already brought up Stranger Things, but we got Stranger Things comics too.
Yeah, that was another thing I was going to bring up. They dropped the new trailer for the second part of Stranger Things season 4.
See, I set
and
you up.
You guys ready for this? The last episode, the finale episode?
3 hours.
2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But whatever. I said that before I started hearing about the running times, and I'm really enjoying the season. So I might. Did
you finish the?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it.
The only thing I wish is that they kept all the kids together.
Yeah, they separate the
I
kids.
feel like you didn't get to see that what the kids were doing in California. They didn't really show them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the lesser of the story.
That's my only big.
And then now they're already back in Harkins. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect.
I am enjoying it though.
Yeah.
It's good.
That Venka's makeup. What did I say it was?
Vecna.
Was it 6 hours?
Yeah.
6 hours of makeup like that. That guy is amazing.
Freddie Vecna.
Lauren says, "Yay, love Umbrella Academy." Megan never really got into it. Again, the comics, in my opinion, is better than the show. The last season ended really cool. That felt like a big budget movie. The way they ended last season. But I just like Doom Patrol better. Umbrella Academy is a kind of a cousin of Doom Patrol.
Yeah, you're right.
Better show.
I think that I'm going to concur because I was watching Umbrella Academy. I think I watched most of the first season, if not all of the first season. I haven't seen anything else since then. And I've only seen one episode of Doom Patrol, but Doom Patrol is wonderful. And Doom Patrol is definitely, I think, much more in line with the weird superhero super team than the show is. Not to say the show's bad, but check out the comic because the comic book is genuinely weird. The very first page is going to be an intergalactic wrestling match. It's like a guy fighting a giant squid, and that's like how they introduce the story. So there's literally no intent in trying to be realistic or grounded or anything.
You're talking about Doom Patrol or Umbrella Academy? Which one are we talking about?
Oh, for the wrestling match thing,
Yeah.
that's in the first volume of Umbrella Academy, which
Umbrella Academy,
actually
yeah.
that's at least that's the way I remember it starting. Yep.
We never finished Doom Patrol. We should finish that.
Umbrella Academy, page 1.
Perfect.
Oh, that's pretty
And if
cool.
you're fans of My Chemical Romance,
That's right. And I thought that was something. That's something my little sister listens to. I started listening to My Chemical Romance because of the comic book, and it took a second because I'm not like an emo guy or whatever. But Black Parade's a great album. I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there and say it's a great rock and roll album.
Hot Takes with Ryan Skinner. Couple comments here. Louise says Stranger Things was the name of my rejected horror-themed puppet show for kids. Very nice. Sven said Wonder Man Easter eggs are all over the WandaVision show.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back and look for that. And then CJ says at one point Vision had a Wonderland personality or something like that. Sven says Vision's mind was taken from Wonder Man, who is in stasis, and if you look closely, you can see the stasis chamber in Age of Ultron, which is tied to WandaVision. Ooh, very good.
All right.
People
connecting the dots.
Let's zoom through a couple other things here so we can get to Ryan's comics. I watched Morbius with Jared Leto. 50-year-old
Jared Leto found enough time to watch his movie with you?
Yeah, he did. He was nice. It stars Matt Smith, who really steals the show.
Okay.
Mr. Doctor Who, or the husband from The Crown.
I haven't watched any of those.
You haven't watched The Crown? The Crown. So good. Matt Smith just chews up the scenery as a bad vampire named Milo.
All right.
Beautiful gal in it, Adria Arjona, and then our boy Jared Harris, who hit on Megan at the
Oh my gosh,
Newport Beach Film Festival in 2015. Directed by Daniel Espinosa, who did Life with
I really liked Life.
And also he did Safe House with Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't see that one.
And Denzel. Good.
But I really enjoyed Life.
I think you would like Morbius.
Yeah, you think it's one of those ones where I'm watching, I'm like, why is everybody complaining? This is pretty good.
I felt the same way. It's like
I felt that way through the first half of the Fantastic Four.
Josh Tranquil.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a hot take here, and I'm sorry, doing a comic book show here, but like, there's a lot of not super great comic book show movies, and people, oh, this is the best thing ever, and then you get a movie like Morbius, and people poop on it. And you're like, well, why is this any less good than something that you think is golden, right? Like, it's just as good as like Venom 1 and 2.
Yes, but there's a drink. But that is prejudice in the Morbius movie.
The Ryan hasn't even seen Venom 2 yet.
I haven't seen Venom 2.
Yeah, there's one point where Morbius even tells someone that he is Venom.
I saw that in the trailer. I thought that looked charming.
And everyone knows that Michael Keaton's in it because it's in the trailer. This definitely sets up.
And I'm Birdman. Wait,
yeah.
What? I'm the Vulture.
I'm Batman. Birdman. Vulture. Some type of thing. This definitely sets up. I don't know if it does it well, but like they're really setting up the Sonyverse Sinister Six.
Yeah.
Well, where they would have, Venom, Vulture, Morbius, whomever else, right, as the Spidey villain.
But Into the Spider-Verse is Across the Spider-Verse is coming out.
All the Spider-Verses, they're going to connect somehow.
Just let them do all the movies. No, the animated thing.
The animated is way better than anything else.
Oh,
but
Miles Morales.
Yeah,
that's Megan's favorite. But my 2 cents is that they kind of, the animation's cool at first. They do echolocation, but then it gets a little too much where, like, if I'm Morbius and I'm moving, all of a sudden there's just like gas and liquid trails coming off him. You're like, wait, is he deteriorating? But it's just supposed to be the echolocation special effect. So at some points it gets really messy where it's just like trails and trails all across the screen. So anyway, it's not great, but it's not as bad as people say. So I'd say check out Morbius as a cheap rental. Then we watched Spiderhead on Netflix. Do you know about this movie, Ryan? It stars
yes.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Journey Smollett.
Great cast.
So that's Thor, Rooster, and Black Canary all together one movie directed by Joseph.
Don't you mean Mr. Fantastic and Black Canary?
Yes. You're right. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, who did Top Gun 2, Oblivion, Tron 2, and Only the Brave. Do you have any thoughts on this real quick, Megan?
It was good.
Megan says Netflix movies are either like great or like it's kind of a made-for-TV movie.
No,
well, technically they are made-for-TV movies.
Yeah. Netflix is either like, wow, that was pretty good, or that was all right. That's like, to me, the scale.
My mom and her husband finally got a Netflix account. They've never had one before. So they're like, what should we watch? I'm like, oh, I don't even know where to.
I know. How many years back
lost.
do you go?
But yeah, it was
good.
It's worth seeing. It is what is in the trailer. Prison experimental drug movie. Kind of some twists and turns, but like you're almost like, I wanted more, but it's just fun. We Own This City, which is really not
that was good.
A genre show that we normally talk about here, but still, I think Ryan recommends it. We recommend it.
Literally anything by David Simon that he's involved in, you should watch.
Yeah.
The Wire, Treme, For the one that's in prison, Oz, that's a tough watch.
Never got into that one.
It's pretty miserable. But yeah.
Well, this one was tough too because it's just like it poses all these questions, and you're like, oh, well, like this is wrong, but you see something else, you're like, well, now this is wrong. You know what I mean? So
all the shows are like that.
It's very like pulls at your mind and your heart of like, well, what do you do then in this situation, right?
And then the show's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it seems like the show is like, okay, they're definitely coming with this political perspective, whatever. But then they're like, okay, they're actually showing sympathy to or credence to this other idea. So it's like, well, good for the showmakers to try to be fair-minded or try to like.
Well, he was a crime reporter for the Baltimore Sun.
Well,
that's where all this stuff comes from.
What's his name? Punisher. John Bernthal needs Emmys.
Have you seen pictures of the real people that those people are playing? I'll show you after the show.
Yeah.
And then you can see like, that guy looks like John Bernthal's character.
Dude, John Bernthal's hair throughout the show. His facial hair, his goatees, his
all
mustaches.
of it. Yeah, it was something else.
Lauren says Oz was so good. Treme was good as well. Ruben says he loves Oz. Sven says, why is there never any mention of Grendel or Grimjack? Should be more mention of Grendel. In fact, they're coming out with the animated Grendel soon, I think.
Grendel?
The comic? Grendel.
Oh, he's got a thing coming out. Something. Yeah. It's happening.
You know, it's a thing. And then
Grimjack actually was supposed to be a movie by the Russo brothers last time I checked in on it.
Oh, really?
Maybe not anymore, but at one point that was supposed to be something. Sorry.
That'd be dope. We started Outer Range on Prime.
Oh, I want to watch that.
It was good. Oh, Dave's here.
Annie.
Megan, I'll just keep talking for a second. So that stars who?
Orange.
Josh Brolin.
I always forget her name. She's been in a
No,
bunch of stuff. Who's his wife? Who's that? Was that lady?
She was from The Haunting, right?
The Haunting, and she was in The Conjuring. And she was in Mystic Pizza.
She's great.
Anyways, that gal.
Real Yellowstone vibes, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a prison break going on. Holy moly.
It's kind of like Jeff Bezos went to his executive team and was like, how come we don't have a Yellowstone?
Yeah.
So they basically made a Yellowstone. So if you're a Yellowstone fan and you're looking for similar content with a twist, this is a good show for you. So far, we're barely into the second episode.
Yeah, some type of, we think it's, aliens or something, some type of otherworldly. Lily Taylor is her name. The whole supporting cast is really cool. There's scenes in it that feel like it's straight ripped out of Yellowstone homage or whatever. But Josh, we could watch Josh Brolin like read the phone book. He's such an awesome man's man, and it's just really cool, and some creepy weird things are happening.
There's an interesting twist. It's a good twist.
Yeah, so check out.
You're still.
Range. There's a lot of creepy crawl. The shop is haunted. Everybody.
Yeah. Speaking of the shop, I don't know. I don't have a transition. It's 10-7. Should we start talking about it? Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's do. Why am I have Marvel on top? I always start with DC.
DC. Fire. What was up with that FOC? No DC stuff the other week?
Usually whenever there's a holiday, they just skip it. I don't know.
Sorry. Oh
no, there were no DC books to do this weekend. There are some due this upcoming weekend. Okay, so I don't want to. Sorry, is there anything else? Any of the quick things?
That was literally the last thing on the list.
Okay, let's do it then.
We do have a question on the night for later. Did you look? Well, that's for later. But did you look at the question?
I did and thought about it for 2 seconds, and then
we'll think about it later.
Yeah,
but it is posted on the socials.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a lot of sub questions.
It is. It's a 5-part.
It was a convention question.
It's a choose your own adventure.
No. It was a hi, big fan. I have a one question, 6 parts.
That's totally how they do it.
Okay.
The people in the audience start going, boo. Get this guy off the mic.
Okay, so this will make Steve happy because I always never remember to do these. We have a new DC young adult graphic novel this week. I think it's Starfire focused, called Galaxy, the Prettiest Star.
So she related to Starfire?
You got me, man.
No. That was a different.
No, not Starfire.
Because there was a comic where Starfire
says about an alien princess. I'm not saying it is Starfire. I'm just saying that's the best. I don't know. It has to be at least tangentially connected to a real DC character, right?
You want it to be.
Maybe it's not. I don't know.
It was a thing that came out Free Comic Book Day, right?
Oh, is that what it is?
The first 20 pages or whatever.
Girl hiding who must face her fears to see herself as other to I don't know. Gay pride, young adult, graphic novel stuff. Steve's gonna go, it's amazing. I'm sure it's great. Actually, these always have fantastic artwork, and I'm a jerk for not reading them. The only one I ever read was the Harley Breaking Glass, and that was one of the best books I read that year. So, we have a new book from DC called Aquaman, The Flash, Void Song. Because there's not enough. We don't have a Brave and the Bold book, right? So,
Just the team.
oh, Brave and the Bold is always Batman, though.
No, it wasn't.
Is it not? It's not always has to be Batman as part of the team up.
Towards the later years, it became that.
Oh, okay.
All right. It was not.
So
We got Ezra Miller here. We've got
yeah.
Mama.
Yeah, it's almost like we got movies coming out. Poor DC Comics. I did not get a chance to read this because I totally forgot to bring home DC books last night. It's written by Colin Kennedy and Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing. I know who they are, and I'm not familiar with the artists, but those that love these characters, one or the other, probably want to check this out. This is not a Black Label book, by the way. Two heroes, unlikely teammates, on their own, forced to save the Earth. Okay.
I'm about it.
Okay. This is probably the bigger book this week. And again, I can't believe I forgot to read it. We got Black Adam #1. Also, almost like there's a movie coming out or something.
Yeah, that looks like Henry Cavill.
It does look a little like Henry Cavill. It certainly does not look like The Rock. We'll say that much. This one's written actually by Christopher Priest, which is pretty cool.
Nice.
And art's really good. Something Sandoval. Rafa Sandoval, who I think, yeah, it's good stuff here.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah. He's back in black. Was he ever not in black? This is
Adam.
Oh, he got a Perio cardstock cover. Very cool.
Did you get any incentives or variants? Or?
I forgot to get all the incentives this week. Sorry. Nobody's as disappointed as Wendy is, I promise you. Okay. We also have our first little tie-in to Dark Crisis. This is Dark Crisis Young Justice, the 6-issue miniseries. I have no idea what it has to do with anything. Dark Crisis. This is, I guess it's probably just like young characters stepping up, right? In the wake of the big characters being gone.
Why are they MIA? That's not right. They should be there. MIA Impulse, MIA Tim, MIA Connor.
I don't know.
Come on now.
Little Pulpy's still here. I thought Little Pulpy, I thought you went home already. Is that just the wind? What's going on?
I'm gonna check.
Yeah, please. Because it's freaking me out. Okay. We have the second issue of Duo, which I enjoyed the first issue of. This is a brand new superhero concept. I would say superhero character, but it's actually characters. They're kind of
husband wife, right?
Yeah, it's a husband and wife who kind of get firestormed together with nanobots. So follow up issue here. We still have plenty of copies of issue 1 if you want to check that out.
Can you imagine, Megan, if you and I, every time I cut to you, you're touching your nose. Can you imagine if you and I got firestormed together, meaning our bodies like combined? So like, I'd be forced to drink coffee, and you'd be forced to read comic books.
Oh, man.
I think you can still hear the other person in your head.
What if you and Jess combined, right?
I don't think she could handle it. Don't look. What's behind this giant door? Nothing. You don't want to go in there. Okay, we have we sold out of Jurassic League #2 last week. I just got in the second printing for issue 1. So if you missed issue 1, you should pick it up here. I think they might do a second printing for issue 2. I got to see if I can get more copies. A lot of fun. The dumbest, funnest, wonderful DC book.
And that's a different cover than...
That is a different cover, yes. That's actually the interior artist, Juan Gedeon. All right, so I have that. And then, because it's you, Derek, even though I have 2 copies, I wanted to make sure I talked about Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen's boss, Perry White.
Is that not the best title you've ever seen.
It's a pretty good title.
The whole planet on his shoulder.
This includes a new story by Matt Fraction and Steve Lieber, who did do the Jimmy Olsen comic from a couple years ago that was very well received. So there's a bunch of Perry White stories for you.
Great Caesar's ghost.
Yes.
Don't call me Chief, Ryan.
Don't call me Shirley.
There we go.
Okay, that's it for DC. Unless you feel like you wanted or needed a little bit more.
Ruben says, read comics while drinking coffee. Luis says he hopes Black Adam electrocutes someone in his new movie just so he can say, that's what The Rock is cooking. Oh, man. Yeah, DC. Did I read anything really good last week from DC?
You showed me a comic book too about
I caught up on
the moms.
Mongol's mom and Clark
Yeah.
Kent's mom. I tried to tell Ryan about that. He didn't care. He's like, it's almost like the conditions that the people were raised in, or blah, blah, blah. That's what he said. It's a really good comic.
That doesn't sound anything like Squidward.
Ma Kent had cancer, and it was very heartwarming. And Superman, young Clark Kent, reaches out to a young boy and helps transform him to help other people. And then it flash forwards to the future.
You reach for a young boy?
You see this guy is working at a rec center helping at-risk youth instead of being a D-bag.
At risk.
Yeah, his dad was an alcoholic, abusive D-bag, and he was about to go down that path, but Clark Kent helped change him. It's a great book. It was really good.
Okay.
Anyway. Hey, Megan, look, there's a Godfather Monopoly set.
There is. There is. For I thought it maybe actually said Marua.
Megan and I finished the offer on Paramount Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. And then, of course,
God, the year of Miles Teller, huh?
Miles Teller's killing it. His voice is really different in that show. So what did we watch after the offer?
We watched The Godfather.
She hadn't seen it.
Never ever?
Parts of it.
Is it the best movie ever made? I can't believe you haven't seen The Godfather.
I saw it with my grandma when I was very, very young. And I basically didn't remember any of it. I remember Diane Keaton for like a minute.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah. It was great. It was good.
Yeah, I think it was especially fun for her to see it because there'd be an episode about like a certain scene. And so to actually see that
That's what made it the most fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Are you going to follow it up with the equally loved second and third films?
I will if I have the time.
Yeah, the second movie was great.
Yes. And the other one?
I was surprised that Derek actually watched it with me because he always wants to watch new shows and new movies.
So much new stuff out there.
God forbid we.
I've discovered that my wife is more amenable to watching something that she has already seen and loves than watching something new. Bunch of cowards. Put yourself out there.
I like both. I like having stuff on in the background while I work.
Yeah.
What have you had on the background lately, Megan? Eraser?
Tombstone.
Always
No,
Tombstone.
I actually watched Tombstone.
Just stop.
Special place in my heart.
Well, quick, we got to move forward. But name two more 90s movies you had on the background. Beetlejuice?
Oh, 2 more times.
Don't do it. She was doing it in the car, and she was like, what if Beetlejuice just showed up? And I'd be like, tonight on the live unboxing
Like,
show,
it's
we have a
Batman!
It's Birdman. Lauren Johnson says that she hasn't seen The Godfather either. Well, come over to our house, and we'll have a trilogy night.
It's the best movie ever made, according to a bunch of guys' posters on their walls.
Exactly. All right, continue, Ryan. Continue.
Okay. Let's jump over to Marvel Comics.
Marvel. Ice.
We have new Fantastic Four with a great cover by Nick Bradshaw. If you didn't know, I think it was in the 90s, Peter David had a Fantastic Four stint with these 4 characters: Ghost Rider, Wolverine, Spider-Man, and I'm cheating. Hulk. But not any Hulk. Not just any Hulk. Gray Hulk. Mr. Fix-It.
Ryan, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you open it and then have it kind of in front of your face? Because that's where the focus is for that. Yeah. Let's see it there. Cool.
We'll just talk like this. How's this sound?
Yeah, for the rest of the show. Just do that. No. We're good. We got it.
I found this pretty enjoyable. It is. I was a little confused as to does this take place in the 90s? Does this is but the artwork is really good, and I one of the things I love about comic books is that even if even if it's a comic, I don't personally, I'm not necessarily in love with by the end of it, or like characters that I'm not that into or anything. I love discovering new artists. Not that this is a new artist; they might have been working quite a bit, but Alan Robinson is somebody that now I'm kind of paying attention to. I'm like, oh,
is he a clone of Arthur Adams or?
Actually, I think he's got some Richard Corbin going on, which is a surprise. I don't usually see a lot of people trying to be Richard Corbin, but yes, he's got probably a little bit of Bradshaw and Arthur Adams in there as well. Anyway, this is pretty fun. We're probably going to sell out. We have also, I'm not totally sure how this, I think these all might be self-contained stories. So this is Punisher War Journal Blitz, and then there's another one coming out later that's called Punisher War Journal something else.
This ties into the current.
It's supposed to be stuff that's just taking place in between issues. You really did not need to read this at all if you're reading the main Punisher book. And it was okay. But I am very, very much enjoying. I'll use this opportunity to plug the main Punisher book that still doesn't have as many readers as I think it should. It has gorgeous artwork, and I think Jason Aaron's doing interesting things with the character. There's another cover here for this by Jeff DeCal. And there was a ratio as well, but it came all damaged. This I thought was a lot of fun. We have Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and Moon Girl. And this is another one of these things that you guys hate, and I can't make Marvel stop. This is a series of one-shots. This is not actually the first of a mini-series, so the next one is going to be Moon Girl and the Avengers, I think. But anyway, this was a fun little team-up issue. Marvel is always in the habit of doing team-up issues and doing some of their more popular characters of color. I think it was really cool and really fantastic artwork by another artist that I wasn't familiar with before, I.G. Guara, who killed it. Really good interior artist.
That's Devil Dinosaur, right?
Devil Dinosaur, yeah. So that's a
billing?
What's that?
He doesn't get any billing. It's just Moon Girl.
Yeah, apparently not. Well, actually, the plot is that Devil Dinosaur has disappeared and she's trying to find him.
Oh.
So, no, he's actually not really in the book very much.
Ozzy was very excited when you showed Punisher. He said Punisher with 3 exclamation marks, and then he also chimed in saying war journals are usually self-contained.
Look at that.
Then Matt Schaefer says Richard Corbin.
Yeah, a little bit of Corbin going on and some other artists as well. Since nobody thinks we love Instagram, I just want to really quickly here. Button Pushes said he read the Fantastic Four's read that Fantastic Four run back in the day, the one with that lineup. He loved that lineup. He's going to come by and pick up an issue. So I guess Marvel's that worked for him. I'll go back. Just Javier Pineda said Clark who? Sorry. How dare you? Josh Loves Comics said awesome store. Thank you, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Anything on your end before you go?
Yeah, there was a comic that came out recently that was Marvel Tales, new Fantastic Four.
Those are reprints. Yeah, those are big
week.
oversized things that are reprinting some stories. I don't get a ton of them because they're expensive. So also we have a beautiful Peach Momoko alternate cover for that.
Love that Peach Momoko.
Love that Momoko. We also have a 1 in 25 Carrie Randolph ratio variant. And not really a lot going on from X-Men this week, or Marvel this week, but really cool. Speaking of Arthur Adams, ratio cover for X-Men this week. I had 2 of these. One's already grabbed. If anybody wants to grab the other one.
What's going on there?
There's a little savage land, a little savage cleavage going on.
Megan, do you know what the Savage Land is?
What is this?
It's like the dinosaur land.
It's Isla Nubar.
Marvel Comics has their own dinosaur land.
And Last Bastion just joined us. Last Bastion, we already talked about you. But I'll remind everybody again to go check out Last Bastion Studios. Go follow them on Instagram and go check out their Kickstarter for their new vinyl toy. Not this guy. This is Ragnar, and he's awesome. But the Luchador is their new one. He's a big, cool Luchador wrestler man guy, and a couple different colorways. They're doing blanks. And I already nabbed the exclusive custom colorway from the artist that does Ragnar, but I believe there are 2 or maybe even 3 other artists that also you can buy up their original colorway that they're going to do for that character. So
let me ask you a couple stupid questions.
Yes, sir.
So the 2 books that you have, Ragnar and Luchador.
Yes.
Are are we ever going to possibly have anyone who worked on those books come to the shop?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've already had
Exciting.
some. So Erwin Papa actually worked on Ragnar. We had him here for we had him here for Transformers Day. We'll also have him here for Godzilla Day. We might have him here for when we release the figure. I'm not sure. I'm not as familiar with the artists that worked on Luchador, but if they're local, we'd love to have them here.
It's
a cool
selfishly
wraparound
asked
cover.
because I would like to get those signed. I'd like to get them signed.
Definitely.
And then next stupid question is, okay, is that action figure? How much is that figure? No, it's not an action figure. I'm sorry. Is that thing? How much is that?
You guys spend a little bit of money. A little bit of money.
Couple $.
Couple $.
How much?
More than 100? Less than 2?
100 less than 2.
Yeah.
And then what's the new one going to cost?
That's the same.
Same.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay. I don't know because some people think I'm crazy.
No, people drop a lot of money on these things.
I think I paid like $160 for this guy. He comes with an interchangeable hand, but I like leaving the Mega Man cannon on him. But yeah, he's like, a Gamera Kaiju man. I love this. Yeah,
I think it's super cool.
He's my child. He's my child.
You do look a lot alike.
Last Bastion says, "Oh, thank you so much. You're very welcome." Okay, let's get back to it. Unless you have more stupid questions.
Well, I always do, but I have some comments here.
Yeah.
Richard Corbin loved women. Matt Schaefer says.
That's true.
To which I think Matt Schaefer likes women too.
Yeah.
To which Lauren Johnson chimes in. Richard Corbin also loved naked men jumping in the air.
That's true. Yeah, he liked that also.
Penis
monsters. Lots of penis monsters.
I'm missing this. What is going on?
Richard Corbin was an artist that came out of the 70s, I guess, like heavy metal. But he was working all throughout. I mean, he passed away recently, but I got introduced to him through like Hellboy and stuff. I just think he's awesome, and a couple of these guys also love him and think he's awesome too. He's a really good artist.
And then Matt also wants to know that he wants us to know that he's announcing his candidacy for the mayor of the Savage Land.
Okay. You're gonna have to wear leopard print.
You're gonna do karate with all the dinosaurs.
Okay.
All right. What's that?
Trade paperbacks from Marvel this week. We have Marvel Voices Pride, collecting the Pride stuff from last year that they did. Happy Pride. And I don't usually show Epic collections, but I want to say that this Silver Surfer Epic collection has the Parable storyline in it, which is always constantly going in and out of print and very hard to find. That's the That is the Silver Surfer story done by Stan Lee and Mobius. And a lot of people are always trying. It's superhero stuff, but it's Mobius is the Jack Kirby of Europe. Yeah. And I was going to show you something, but I can't even find it. So never mind.
Mobius, Morpheus, and
it's Morbin time.
All got into.
It said Mobius on the front, so it's got to be in there somewhere. Anyway, on the indie front of things, we have a couple of new series this week. I'm done. We have a book from Image called Beware the Eye of Odin, and both Annie and I thought this was a very nice surprise. I wasn't expecting too much from it. There's a very cool little Viking story with really good artwork by another artist that I'm learning, Tim Odland. Just show you some stuff here.
Yeah, you were posting some panels from that on IG stories, and it looks pretty good. Man.
Yeah, the artwork really struck a chord with me. I thought it was really good. So if you're in the mood for some Vikings, goblins, trolls, all that good stuff, pick up Beware the Eye of Odin. This one I did not read, but I thought it looked kind of cool. I don't know much about it. It's called Classified Jaeger, and I think it's kind of a it says it's a critically acclaimed Eisner-nominated digital comic, and it's a spy book. We don't get many spy books somewhere,
so it didn't bomb in any way. It wasn't a Jaeger bomb.
Oh, you. It's pretty good, Derek. Don't miss The Lonesome Hunters this week. This is a comic book that's completely not just drawn and painted beautifully by Tyler Crook, but also written by Tyler Crook. And I love seeing these guys who typically do not write their own stuff come out of their shell or whatever and give it a shot. I think he did a great job. This is a really wonderful supernatural horror adventure story, I guess. And if you didn't know, this was the artist of Harrow County, which is pretty popular in here. So I highly recommend it. I posted on our IG stories a little interview that they did with him that I thought was pretty cool, where he's just talking about his process and doing the book writing his book for the first time and showing a lot of really cool artwork. So check out Lonesome Hunters. I heard quite a bit. I'm bringing up Silver Coin this week because we sell so many books just on the back of somebody discovering James Tinian through either Something is Killing the Children or A Nice House on the Lake. And then they go, what else? And then they just read everything else by the dude. So this issue of Silver Coin, which every issue is written by a different person, is written by James Tinian IV.
Oh, no way.
And I ordered extra copies. I don't typically get Silver Coin for the shelf anymore. But that is our main cover there by the series artist Michael Walsh. We have a very creepy alternate cover by Martin Simmons, who is the artist on the James Tinian book, Department of Truth.
Ooh, nice.
So James Tinian heads to check this out. And just in case people didn't get the point, they don't do ratio covers on Silver Coin anymore, but they did do a 1-in-25 ratio variant for this issue to celebrate the Tinian-ness.
Can you still pause before you move forward? I'm excited about that. That's really cool. Yeah, you had a customer in the store the other day. I recommended Silver Coin to, and he picked up both trades, didn't he? Love that book. What the Last Bastion Studios on Insta says that he loves Corbin's one of his all-time favorites as well. So I guess I got to check this guy out. I wanted to interrupt Ryan real quick because there's still plenty of this on the shelf, right, Ryan?
Yeah, I heard a lot.
I did get a chance to read The Closet by Mr. Tiny Onion.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Wow. It was really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Atmospheric. It starts off with this kind of like jerk.
Yeah.
Sorry to describe it that way. A husband who's always arguing with his wife. He kind of seems like a loser. And they're moving to where, Ryan? They're going to move to Portland, Oregon or something?
Somewhere far away.
And it really sets up the scene really cool. And then you see that his son is haunted by something in the closet. But look at this little creature that he's holding, Ryan.
Yeah. Oh,
that stuffed animal. That's from another comic of his.
Is that from Something Killing?
I don't know, but he's
it's not the octopus one.
Tying things in.
Yeah.
And of course, the parents don't believe him that there's something in the closet.
Yeah.
There's a funny thing where they sorry for me cussing people, but the dad says that unicorn piss.
Yeah, that's right.
Scares, keeps monsters away. And I'm just going to be a little spoilery here. Look, you see, there's something coming out of the closet.
Kid wasn't lying.
And
so
it's a very simple story, and man, it's just atmospheric and good. And like, I started to feel like creeped out reading it a little bit. But I wanted to ask you about this, Ryan. So what is this? So this is stuff that's specifically on his site that hopefully we'll get.
Yeah.
printed.
So he's one of the guys that's doing all the Substack stuff. So there's a lot of things that are first only available digitally through their Substack stuff. And then we're starting to see the print versions of those things after the fact.
Yeah. So here, we see that Department of Truth is big. There's a book called Razor Blades.
Yeah, I've already ordered that actually. We're gonna have that in the store for sure.
And then so Chaos is coming. Blue Book
is one of the Substack ones. It's like a UFO thing. I'm dying to read that.
And then he's got a thing called True Weird.
Yep.
Look, there's the stuffed animal.
Oh, there you go. Huh. Yeah.
It's cool.
I mean,
stuff kind of ties them together.
I don't want to get back into the whole Substack conversation again, but yeah, these guys are off doing these things on a subscription model, and then eventually the stuff makes its way to print. People, I'm like, it's gonna make its way to print. Just relax.
Yeah,
we'll just have to wait a little while longer. Yeah,
good for them. Go make your money, but like, I just want to hold it in a traditional.
They always say, "Oh, the digital is going to kill the print sales." Not really. We sold an awful lot of copies of Closet Number 1, so it's doing just fine. Also, what's really nice about that series is it's only 3 issues.
There we go.
And I think that's great. I'd like some more shorter miniseries. I think people enjoy that.
All right, thank you for letting me interrupt you. Continue, Ryan.
Alrighty. Last little thing I want to talk about this evening, couple last little things, is Clementine. It's finally out. If you don't know what this is, it is an original. It's actually the first volume because it says book 1. They're going to keep going. Original graphic novel taking place in the Walking Dead universe. This is only the second time a comic book has not been written by Robert Kirkman in the Walking Dead universe. The other one being the Brian K. Vaughan book, The Alien. And this one's done by Tilly Walden, who I've heard nothing but amazing things about. I know some of our customers are fans. She is award-winning, award-nominated for her graphic novels that she's done. But of course, me being me, I don't check her out until she does a zombie book. Clementine is a character that comes from the Walking Dead Telltale video games, which my wife would tell you that I don't cry very often, but I actually was in a messy mess by the end of that first video game. And Clementine is one of the main characters in that video game. None of these things are things you need to know. You can just pick this up and read it. You don't need to know anything about Walking Dead. In fact, I'm worried that Walking Dead is going to put people off a book that they would otherwise really enjoy. I get very tired on Monday nights. I try to sit down and read the new number ones, even though I'm working all day long. And usually with a graphic novel, I won't even bother. But I started reading the first couple pages and I almost finished it last night. Wow. So it's really good. I highly recommend it. I don't think I ordered enough. After we're done with the show, I'm going to see if I can get some more. We have some book plates like you guys are kind of used to sometimes with the Sean Phillips and Ed Brubaker books they've done. And this one has one also signed by Tilly Walden. And it's really good. I can't wait to get to the end to see like kind of where it leaves things to set up a second volume. And I hope it sells and we keep going. It's a really good book. Really good book. Nobody does zombie books anymore. So
Megan, can you read a couple of those comments there real quick?
Yeah.
They're pertaining to what Ryan was saying.
So the Stephen or Sven said, sorry, that last bit from the closet reminded me of Prince of Darkness.
Oh, love Prince of Darkness.
And Luis said, I'm a huge fan of Clementine as a character, and I played all the Walking Dead games. Even though the Clementine comic has been extremely controversial, I'm hoping that people who read the comic will play the games.
I'm not sure why it would be controversial, but okay.
Outside of the comic.
Guess I miss all that stuff. I don't know. There's nothing.
And then Robert Bass said that, that game wrecked me too.
Yeah.
And then Sven said Ryan cries all the time.
I don't. I should. I probably should. Probably be good and healthy for me.
Is it Xavier or Javier? I always say it.
Javier.
Javier said the IG live ended. Yeah, I don't know why that did. I just put it back up. Thank you for pointing that out.
And then David
Enrique Chang. Hello, Mr. Chang. Does Tiny Onion have stock in ugly dolls? Remember those?
Yeah, it's got a warehouse full of them.
Like ugly dolls? They do. They totally do. All
right. That's all I got, except for I thought this was pretty cool. I ordered some blind boxes from Unbox Industries. These came all the way from Japan, and they're Junji Ito figures. They're each $16, and you don't know which one you're going to get, but it'll be one of the ones that's pictured here on the back. For how much Junji Ito stuff that we sell here in the store, people will get a kick out of these. I bought 2 boxes of them, so I hope people like them. I'm not going to open it because I don't know. I want to let other people open them. But I have these 2.
Annie I was talking to Junji Ito about Annie or talking about Junji. How do you say his name? Junji
Ito, unless that's not how you say it.
Junji Ito to Annie, and she said that he's too scary for her.
Oh, he's the Stephen King of Japan. He's his stuff is gnarly. Annie shouldn't read any Junji Ito stuff.
And we talked about it, I think last week on the show, they're going to do a Netflix like anthology anime, right?
Yeah, they've done some stuff like here and there, but nothing that I think people have been like, whoa, has been like is worthy of the book or whatever. But the stuff I'm excited about is if it's still happening is there was supposed to be an Uzumaki movie made by same guy did the Hills of Eyes remake, and he did the Piranha 3D, which I loved, and he did recently the Crawl nice. Killer Crocodile movie, alligator movie. And then the animated thing, and then there was supposed to be a new Silent Hill game that he was working on. Junji Ito is a big deal. He's a singular voice in horror and in comics in general.
Love it. Really? So that's it?
I told you it was a little light week. I stretched it out as much as I could.
That's why he indulged all my pop culture talk.
Yes.
All right. Well, Megan, do you Instagram's not going to be able to see it, unfortunately, unless I grab camera and put the camera in front of the thing. It'd be super ghetto. For y'all who don't know, when we do these restream things and we're able to simulcast to, which is really cool because we're able to simulcast to Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube all at the same time, and all the comments populate all in the same chat, and we can kind of make it more interactive rather than looking at each individual app. For some reason, Insta does not want to play. We can what restream lets us go to like 30 different places if we
What
want
about
to.
StreamYard? Did we look into that yet? StreamYard. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Instagram in general does not like being a part of any kind of multi-stream service.
Mm-hmm.
They like being very
But
exclusive.
you can do a backdoor thing, and it's called like DuckGo, I think, or something.
Well, DuckDuckGo is the
That's protecting your IP, browsing history.
Yellow Duck. That's
Yellow
what it's
Duck,
called.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you can go in the back door and use Yellow Duck, and it can be a part
She
of
said
this.
go in the back door.
Your backdoor man.
But then there's a chance that Instagram will find out and kick you off.
yeah.
So-
That's not good.
We don't want to get in trouble with
No.
Instagram.
No, we don't get in trouble. All right. Well, let me grab. Who knows how? Will the audio play through here?
I hope it does. I asked it to.
I am not ready for these Jurassic Park questions.
Oh my gosh, you are going to do it. Wow.
All right. Well, we got a little.
It's really ghetto, people.
Well, you know.
You didn't plug in the mic.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Busy setting up other things. Yeah. So we're gonna play. Tell us about this thing.
Well, we specialize in ad marketing. So if
that's
you have a business, or if you know anybody that is interested or needs a video production group to do a killer ad that will get a lot of views and that you can have something that will go viral, call us, because we've got a lot of great history of getting hundreds of millions of views with the videos that we do. So I made a little reel about it. Are we ready to
Ready.
show it? All right, let's do this. If I can't screen share. No. This one. All right, hopefully everyone can hear it. I mean, it's just a song, so you're not going to lose anything if you don't.
Imagine time, peace in the pride. We can climb the sky, even if it doesn't right. Heaven, no hard sails. Before the sun is down, fresh evening. I never had so tender grace. Every moment feels like paradise, paradise.
Can I have some?
Never feels like paradise. Never feels like paradise. Never feels like paradise. How to know how far I'll go? Don't close your eyes. While the sky runs out.
There you go.
And that's all, folks.
It sounded great.
You didn't see it? You weren't watching along.
Oh, I was thinking about the dinosaur question. I forgot to watch it. I'm sorry. I'll watch it later.
Very good. Sorry, Instagram. You're gonna see something weird because I'm setting this back up on the tripod here. So forgive me. Forgive me, Instagram people. That was my leg, and that's Ryan right there. All right. So, Megan, are you still on you, or are you on Ryan?
If you tie the knot, lose your health coverage when you get let
Sorry.
go, or welcome someone new to the family. Cover California.
Allstate is for. Oh,
All right. Where's the blood and gore? Sven says we do have plenty of that. Is that the new theme song or the end credit song before the fade out? Sven says, what do you know? So Twitch shows up on the stream testing. Yes, Twitch is there. So that was just a small sampling of like performance marketing, digital marketing stuff. But Megan and I do a little bit of everything. We're producing feature films right now. We're helping out with a werewolf movie with some really cool prosthetic werewolves. We have a murder mystery comedy that's premiering soon at the Frida Theater. And we have another movie we helped produce that got written up in Rue Morgue. And the premieres for that's going to be at the Capitol Theater in Flint, Michigan. So we're working on a bunch of stuff. But if you have a business and a brand that needs any type of website work, we do full website work. We do drone. We do social media ads, Canvas stuff, the whole 9 yards. Hit up Derek Easley Entertainment. And that's our little thing. Ryan, back to you. Are you ready for your question of the night?
Yes. No, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
All right. Let's see. Let's see if I can find the question. Megan and I can give our answers too.
These are really cute, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. You're.
Excuse me. Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
the one that does them.
Well, yeah. I'm the one who edits everything and makes it good.
I meant the little question post thing, but the little question post thing. This
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't edit that.
I do. I write it and edit.
How do you edit it? It's a still picture.
Because the image can get moved over, colors can change, text can change.
Okay.
Hashtag you know. Same thing with this video that Megan just said that she did. I help quality control it. Okay. So where is this thing? I can't even find it.
Go on Instagram.
Can you go on yours?
I don't have a phone.
Why don't you have your phone?
You never gave to me.
All right, Ryan. The question of the night is, it's called the "What's in the Box" question of the night. So you got trapped on Dino Island, Ryan, and during a rescue mission, using comic book or genre characters, tell us. Number one, who are you there to rescue? Number two, who on your team is your dino expert? I was going to say paleontologist, but I didn't want people to try to like name Ross from Friends. Like just anybody could be your dino expert, right? Who gets terribly eaten and how? I'm thinking like, the lawyer from Jurassic Park 1 eaten on the toilet. And 4, you fight a big bag dino at the end. So like, you'd be fighting a T-Rex, you'd be fighting a Gigantosaurus or whatever. How has it been genetically modified, or who has its DNA been spliced with? All right, you can get creative here. And then lastly, you're going to get saved, Ryan. Who helps you finally escape the island and how? Do you want us to go first? We have answers.
Yeah, you guys go first.
Matt Schaefer says, Derek, your projects are really exciting. Look at that support. Thank you, Matt Schaefer. Okay. Megan, do you want to read your answers first?
You go first.
Okay. These are my answers. The person I'd be saving, a puppy version of Crypto.
Oh.
Because we had to think like a small, cute little character, right? Our dino expert would be Mr. Spock. Because, Mr. Spock would know about the dinos. The member of our team who would get horribly killed would be A-Train. And he'd get ran over by a stampede of dinosaurs after he tripped on a rock.
There you go.
The final dino boss that we'd fight at the end would be the puppet dinosaurs from the 1991 show Dinosaurs, but they're spliced with White Walker DNA. So they're like zombies.
Wow.
Totally not the mama. Right, Ryan? Right?
Not the mama.
And the person to save us would be Lady Gaga Harley Quinn. She'd arrive on Dino Island with her Suicide Squad singers, and they'd high note the dinosaurs.
The SSS.
The SSS, right. And they'd sing the dinosaurs to death, Ryan.
Okay.
You like that?
Yes.
All right, Megan, your answer now.
Okay.
Oh, man. Okay.
So, who would we be rescuing? Or no, first it would be the island would be Homelander's private dino island, and we would be rescuing Baby Yoda.
Nice, that's good.
And Rambo is going to be my dino expert. And
Rambo?
Rambo.
The person that gets torn apart.
Triceratops. Sorry. Is it stupid and ugly? Okay, sorry.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And then Kite Man is gonna get torn apart by pterodactyl.
Yeah, that's good.
My pterodactyl, Brian. My pterodactyl. How great is that?
And then the big bad dino is gonna be Littlefoot from Land Before Time,
Aw.
who's been injected with compound V.
Oh,
Compound V from the boys.
And we escape by 11 opening a portal for us to escape into the Upside Down.
all right. I got like half of my answers, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do it as I go, I guess.
Sven's got an answer.
Okay. Yes.
1 through 3 would be Ed the Happy Clown. He just knows it. 4, Barney Slice with Corbin Dinn's character. 5, Ed the Happy Clown, who knew how to navigate the back door. Wow, I love it. That's a good answer. Okay, Mr. Ryan,
All right.
what do we got here?
That's the best I got.
We expect the best from you.
Who are you here to rescue? We're here to rescue Devil Dinosaur because he's missing.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So who on my team is my dino expert is the original dino expert from the original Godzilla, who says that he's a dinosaur. Says that Godzilla is a dinosaur, even though obviously he's not a dinosaur.
I think he is. The dinosaur or a dragon?
Well, I don't know, but they kill him at the end of the first movie, and in the second movie, he's back, and they go, "Oh, it's a species, it's another one," and then they never address that ever again. Okay, and then who gets terribly eaten and how? I couldn't think of anybody that I hated enough that I was trying to think of somebody really annoying. I have lots of people that are real people that I would like to like, but like genre characters. I'm having trouble thinking of one.
Ozzy says, "Not Kite Man."
Yeah, I like Kite Man. Yeah, God, I got nothing on that one. I'll have to come back. You fight a big bad dino at the end. How has it been genetically modified? It's Ragnar that's been injected with the T virus from Resident Evil.
Oh, that's so good.
And then who helps me finally escape the island and how? I happen to have on me a lament configuration from the Hellraiser movies. I call the Cenobites. They say, "You called, we came." And then I duck out, and then they're like, try to talk to the dinosaurs, but the dinosaurs don't speak English, and they're just like, they kill them all with chains, and I get away. That's how. Yeah.
Pleasure is pain.
Yeah.
Pain is pleasure.
They like to make a deal, right? They're genies. You call them, and then they're like, "Wait, what if I give you 2 souls?" I'm listening. So yeah, just let them deal with the dinosaurs that have little walnut brains, and
That's fantastic.
then I get away.
That was a great answer, Ryan. Great answer. Do you know what's a dinosaur property? I think gets slept on.
Oh, I can think of 2.
An animated from 1993 called "We're Back."
I remember that.
Like no one.
He like
remembers that.
skateboards on a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And then there's like a horrible circus that like enslaves them, kind of
Yeah.
thing, right? Yeah. It's
That
like
movie was great. Why
Yeah.
have they not re-released that?
Yeah.
What two do you? have?
Oh, I was just thinking. I brought this up to you last time. Please, somebody do something with Dino Crisis.
Yes.
It's just the dinosaur movie. Okay, you've had the Jurassic things and all the things, and I know that they're scary, but they're PG-13 movies. I want ready for a proper scary dinosaur horror. Dino Crisis is the ticket. There's the same folks that did the Mars Attacks trading cards, where everybody's getting killed in really gruesome ways by Martians. They have a whole other one just called Dinosaurs Attack. This is all saying
cool.
all across the world, people getting eviscerated and eaten, and trampled on by dinosaurs. So that'd be another fun one.
I was thinking of like dinosaurs from like the King Kong movies.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah, definitely.
And
Back then, all the brontosauruses that don't exist were also carnivores.
yeah, and then of course there's a bunch of movies called Lost World that aren't the Lost World one.
Yeah, I was always disappointed when I was a kid when it was just a lizard that they put, like a horn on.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
that's not real. I know that's just a lizard. I wanted the stop motion things.
I'm looking up dinosaur movies. Of course, there's Flintstone dinosaurs,
Yeah.
and then it's funny because Disney did an animated movie called Dinosaur, And then Pixar did The Good Dinosaur.
Right. Yeah.
That's very confusing. And then Ice Age somehow threw in dinosaurs. There's also the dinosaur from Toy Story.
Derek, have you watched Primal yet?
No,
You
I need to watch that.
gotta watch Primal.
Luis has an answer for us. He says person he would save is X-23. The lizard from Spider-Man would be the dino expert.
There you go. Dr. Kurt Connor.
Captain Boomerang would be stomped by a T-Rex. So sad. But would he throw the boomerang at the T-Rex first? The big bad dino would be spliced with the DNA of Nicolas Cage.
Oh.
my
As
goodness.
you should. And the variants of Spider-Man from alternate universes would pull through an interdimensional portal to save us. Luis, great answer, buddy.
Fantastic.
I knew you would come through. Spence says Gorgo, the adult. He also says, I still like the dinosaur who played alongside Ringo Starr. Yes, very appropriate. Well, that was our question of the night, kids. We'd like to hear more of your things in the Facebook group because you could get very clever with these answers. I was listening to some podcast, Ryan, and they're like doing all their like inside jokes, and they're like selling T-shirts of their inside jokes and phrases. I was like, we need a spicy meatball shirt or like a cup
They're coming. They're coming. I promise.
A cup that says baby grapes.
They're coming. It might be next year, but it's coming. I promise.
Nice. Any other last thoughts, ideas?
No, I'm gonna go home and eat dinner.
Sounds good. What are you eating?
Something probably healthy.
Who was it that was on the live streams that always told us about what he was cooking?
Oh yeah, forgot about him and his grandma's computer.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are Derek and Megan of Derek Keys Entertainment. Do you have a little information that you can throw on there, baby? We really appreciate you guys watching. We have a lot of fun doing this show. We appreciate all our customers that we shoot videos with, but it's especially fun to do something that's pop culture and comic book and entertainment related. And we really love the interaction and the family and the community that Ryan and Annie and everyone's helped build here at Pulp Fiction. So it's always fun to interact with you guys. There's our information if you ever need anything. And come in tomorrow, New Comics Wednesday, right? Ryan, what do you tell people to do? Cutting back to you to end it up.
Pick up your books and don't forget to read them.
Very good. All right, everyone. We appreciate you guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Ending